Hello guys and welcome to my YouTube channel, Keeper of the Moon Tarot Redo. So we're going to do a little collective reading. I'm going to ask, it's going to be a general love reading. I am going to ask, what do they want to say to you? I am using my Naked Truth Twin Flame Soulmate Readings card deck today to get some messages and conversation. And I'm also using the Angel Numbers Oracle by the Pulp Girls just to get a few angel numbers, because sometimes I do think it's nice to get the angel numbers guidance just to see kind of, it helps if you resonate with a reading and you resonate with the numbers, like to get that as a sign sort of thing. So I'm going to start by pulling a few cards from this deck just to get some numbers for you guys. So first of all, we have got 2, 1, 3, 4. I mean, that's an angel number that you don't really see very often, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's not many people that resonate with that number. We've got 33, and that is action, which is interesting as well because we have obviously got a collective love reading, so that's always a good card to get for a love reading. And then we have got, we've got a couple here. So we've got inevitability, which I love, and that is 919. I do love that it's inevitability because that again is a great card that you want to see for a love reading. Anything else? Let's see. We've got 777. Luck. Now 777 means luck, but it also means spirituality, and it also links to spiritual connections, which I find really interesting. So there's some lovely numbers coming out, guys, for this reading. We have got we've got 369, and that is compassion, and then we've got 3939 with playfulness. I'm just going to get one more and then I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on to the messages and see what comes through. So one more, please, Spirit. Right, we've got choices, and that is 1212. I just love the 1212 number. That to me always screams the 1212 portal. Like straight away I always think 1212 portal because that's such a powerful portal as well. Around Christmas time, and it's just one of my favourite portals for energy. I think energy wise it's one of my favourite angel number portals. Right, let's get a few cards. Oh, one's come flipping straight out. So we've got, I don't care what people think anymore. I've been given bad advice. I'm listening to my intuition. I know you are the one. So a bit of a mouthful, but this is somebody who has got, the energy here is really determined. It's an energy of somebody who's like, do you know what, right? I'm not listening to anyone. It's funny because it's like a Taurus energy or a fixed sign energy, so that might resonate. But also what's funny is I'm getting the impression straight away that they've had arguments. They've had arguments with people. I feel like they've had naysayers about your relationship literally coming up to them and saying, look, I don't think this isn't working. Like, look at you, look at them. Like, this isn't going to work. And they are literally like, right, listen, I don't care what you say. You want to look at my relationship, look at your own first. Like, there's been definitely a bit of a sassy response. There's been a bit of a response that's like kind of pulled that person down a peg or two. So I do feel like, if somebody has been speaking their mind in a way that's been a bit kind of overstepping the mark with regards to your connection, your relationship, they are like, shut up. Basically, they're like, do one. Like, I'm not interested in what you've got to say. So it's really interesting. And then we've got, I'm listening to my intuition, I know you're the one. This is a person who is very strongly fixed on you. They're fixed in the mindset. Their heart is leading the way. They are not letting ego get in the way. This is a person that means business. They mean business. We've got, I look at my phone every day hoping to see a message from you. So, that's implying that there is separation here. It's implying that there might be no contact. It's implying that there's been some kind of maybe argument that's stops this connection from moving forward. But I also feel like it is implying more just their level of how much they really want this connection, how much they really are kind of obsessed with you, and what it is they want. They want constant communication. And if this is somebody that you're in separation with right now, that's what they're going to strive to make happen. When the time's right, they are going to strive to make this happen. They're going to strive to make that contact and to make sure that it is like healthy and a healthy relationship, and make sure that they are hearing from you and that you have got like both a mutual understanding, that you both want to have open communication. We have got, you're so smart, you have me figured out. So this is screaming intuitive connection. This is screaming energetic connection. It's screaming twin flame. It's screaming like, do you know what? I can feel your energy. And I do think that this guy is very aware of how on point you are intuitively and how much you really do know and read between the lines of everything. I feel like in the past they might have tried to hide things from you, they might have tried to run, and you've just read them like a book, and they are just like, oh yeah, do you know, I can't hide it from them. There's no, it's like, it's almost like they're at the end point now where they've really realised, I'm hearing spirit say homecoming. So I do feel like this is the end point for this person. Like they have realised, like, oh, okay, I have tried running, I have tried hiding, we've tried separation, I've tried avoiding, I've tried other relationships. I cannot escape this person. She knows me so well. She knows me like the back of my hand, like the back of her hand. She can read me like a book. She knows me, and I cannot run from her anymore. Like, she's got me figured out. She's got my next move. And it is like, you know, his next move. And potentially there could have been conversations where, you know, you've sussed him and you've kind of said, look, don't go doing this, because I know that it's on your kind of, it's on your playbook to do a runner, or it's like in your kind of energy to kind of do some manipulation tactics or to push me away when you're upset. Like, don't do this because I know you're going to do that. And he's like, oh, she's clocked me, I can't. And you have kind of cornered him at times, and I think he's acknowledging that there's no escape is the vibe I'm getting with that card. So we've got, this was a hard lesson to learn. I was out of control. And I do think that kind of syncs up with what I've just said. Like, he's tried it all. He was out of control, trying to run away from the connection. He has had to learn some lessons the hard way. He's probably had to sit in a bit of a dark night of the soul and really go through some horrible energies and purge. And I'm hearing, you make me flustered. So like, you really do get him very, very flustered in a few ways, but I'm feeling more like he gets tongue-tied around you and he's like, oh, I don't know what to say, and she knows, she can just see through me and I can't hide my emotions. And that's something he had to come to terms with, and maybe he ran in the past because of it, but now he's like, do you know what, I can take the embarrassment, I can take the feeling like you read me like a book, because I have learned the hard way. I have learned what it's like to live without you. Karmic partner interference. So for some, karmic partners were involved, which made it all the more harder. And I think sometimes this is another reason why you do get this karmic partner or third party intervention, especially in twin flame dynamics, because they cause the necessary blocks that otherwise wouldn't be there, so that you can heal and learn these lessons, because that's ultimately what we need to do here. And I do think that while at the time these people are burdens and, you know, they're not what you want to be involved with or have an involvement with someone who's already got a partner or a karmic partner, but they do serve a purpose, a greater good. And I think when you reflect back, in years to come, when, you know, when there is union and you reflect back and you think, actually, do you know what? Yeah, I'm a better person for those lessons. And I do feel like that's a vibe with this connection here that I'm reading for. Do you still think about me? Do you still want me? Do you still love me? I need to know. Should I move on? I'm hurting. So this is quite self-explanatory. I do think that this person is very worried. They're very in the head. They don't know how you feel. They want to have this conversation. They want to sit down and say, like, look, what's going on? I need to know. And I don't think it's necessarily a case of should I move on. I don't feel like this person's able to be honest. I get the impression that it would be a very difficult mammoth task to achieve. But they need to know if they can, how they can handle the situation, what the next step is. What's the next step? I'm learning how to love myself now, thanks to you. And I do get the impression that that's a thing for this connection. Like, both of you have probably had to learn how. I feel like for the person viewing this video, it's more likely that you have seen yourself through this person's eyes. And I think you've done it in both a positive light and a negative light. I think in the past, when they've left, you've seen it as being your fault, or you've blamed yourself, or you've thought you're not good enough. And then I think when they come back and they shower you with affection and, you know, tell you how much they love you and that kind of thing, and they treat you right, that is when you go, oh, okay, yeah, actually, I am beautiful like they tell me I am, or I am worthy of this. And it's a bit of a lesson, I think, that you've had to learn to be able to do that away from the connection. So potentially you might have even had to get to, like, what's coming through really strong is that Selena Gomez song where it's like, I've had to hate you to love myself. I can't remember how it goes exactly, but, you know, where she's basically talking about how she's had to go through a healing process and learn to hate the person that she's singing about in order to love herself first and love herself properly. And I get that vibe that that's something for you, but I also get that they've probably got something from that as well. You know, they've maybe had to realise their own worth in this situation. I keep looking at your pics, and not to mention the videos we made. Oh my god, I will never delete them. So that does feel like somebody who's, you know, quite nostalgic, looking at photos, reminiscing. And there's a sad energy to it. There's a sad energy. There's a kind of energy of oh right, okay, so this, you know, the longingly looking at pictures of you, and it hurts at times. It hurts. So we'll do a couple more. We've got, I love variety, but there's something about you I can't resist. Now, I don't necessarily get the sense that this is somebody who's quite a player or in player energy. I get the vibe that it's somebody who's it's more referring to there's something about you that keeps pulling them back rather than the variety element of it. So I do feel like for those that resonate with the idea of them having a karmic partner interference, there is kind of an element of this person who's been like, I need to move away from this person, I need to move on, I need to be with the karmic, I need to stay here, blah blah blah. And it's just like, no, I can't resist them. I know now. It is pivotal. It's a pivotal moment. It's a pivotal moment. It's like, okay, I know now. I spent however many months, however long, going backwards and forwards and saying, oh, I'm not certain, I don't know if I can leave this person for, you know, my other person, I don't know if I can do this, I want to get over them. And they've gone backwards and forwards, potentially between two people, and now they have arrived at you are the one. So I do feel like it's a good energy, and it is like the end game energy as well. Like, it's not going to be going on for much longer. This is it. You're not going to have in and out behaviour for much longer. It is going to be, this is it now. It's crunch time. So one more. Please unblock me. Yes, that's you calling. That's me calling from an unknown number. Oh, okay. Right. Now, for some it might resonate if you have blocked them, and that could be something that stops them from coming forward because they are blocked. So they're kind of like, well, they haven't unblocked me yet, so I can't tell if it's safe for me to come forward. I can't tell if it's safe for me to contact them, because are they going to receive me well, or are they going to be like, I hate you, get out of my life, you've ruined it. So they really are a bit uncertain because of that. So an unblock would probably be the sign that would help them along that line. We've then got, that's me calling you from an unknown number. Now that's a bit specific, but I do feel like potentially there is an element of snooping via private profiles or via profiles that are fake, or there could even be phone calls. There could be phone calls involved. There could be strange phone calls that you're getting where you're like, oh, who is this? I don't have this number in my phone, and they're not saying anything when I answer. Like, there could be situations like that, but I do feel like it's more to do with social media, and it's more to do with creating fake profiles or snooping from another profile or snooping from somebody else's. I'm seeing specifically friends or siblings involved, that they've got involved in the situation and said, let's just have a little look on so-and-so's profile and we'll see what she's up to. Like, there's definitely been some snooping going on with fake profiles, I do feel. And I feel like they've done it for a few reasons. They've done it because obviously they have deep feelings for you and they want to see you, but they've probably also done it to see if like you're with anyone, to know if you're still of it. Are you single? Are you with somebody? What's going on in your life? Like, what are you posting about? Like, what are you doing with yourself? And I do feel like, again, that's kind of another it's opened up another kind of another tidbit that you probably haven't seen this person for a long time. Like, you two haven't clapped eyes on each other for a pretty long time, and that's another vibe I'm getting, because I do think if you had have seen each other, there wouldn't be this need to kind of reach out in a like private or anonymous way. But yeah, okay, that's definitely an interesting reading. So I'm going to end it here. I do hope you've enjoyed it, and please do remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you.